tam selfish interest, asho that, para ashrayam shelter for others, mumocha gave up, nirvidya being freed from all attachment, kuta for what reason, kalevaram mortal body. Translation. Those who are devoted to the cause of the personality of Godhead live only for the welfare, development and happiness of others. They do not live for any selfish interest. So even though the emperor Parikshit was free from all attachment to worldly possessions, how could he give up his mortal body, which was shelter for others? Please repeat. Those who are devoted to the cause of the personality of Godhead live only for the welfare, development, and happiness of others. They do not live for any selfish interest. So even though the emperor Parikshit was free from all attachment to worldly possessions, how could he give up his mortal body, which was shelter for others? Purport. Parikshit Maharaj was an ideal king and householder because he was a devotee of the personality of Godhead. A devotee of the Lord automatically has all good qualifications, and the emperor was a typical example of this, because he had no attachment for all the worldly opulences in his possession. But since he was king for the all-around welfare of his citizens, he was always busy in the welfare work of the public, not only for this life, but also for the next. He would not allow slaughterhouses or killing of cows. He was not a foolish and partial administrator who would arrange for the protection of one living being and allow another to be killed. Because he was a devotee of the Lord, he knew perfectly well how to conduct his administration for everyone's happiness, men, animals, plants, and all living creatures. He was not selfishly interested. Selfishness is either self-centered or self-extended. He was neither. His interest was to please the Supreme Truth, personality of Godhead. The king is the representative of the Supreme Lord, and therefore the king's interest must be identical with that of the Supreme Lord. The Supreme Lord wants all living beings to be obedient to him and thereby become happy. Therefore, the king's interest is to guide all subjects back to the kingdom of God. Hence, the activities of the citizen should be so coordinated that they can at the end go back home, back to Godhead. Under the administration of a representative king, the kingdom is full of opulence, and at that time, human beings need not eat animals. There are ample food grains, milk, fruit and vegetables, so that the human beings as well as the animals can eat sumptuously and to their heart's content. If all living beings are satisfied with food and shelter and obey the prescribed rules, there cannot be any disturbance between one living being and another. Emperor Parikshit was a worthy king, and therefore all were happy during his reign.
So this is, the chapter is called Appearance of Narada. As I understand, Vyasdev is saying what is happening in Naimisharanya. 1,000-year Jagga, sacrifice, also reading this is also Jagga, for the pleasure of Jagga, Bhoi Vishnu, Krite Jadhyato Vishnu. In Sattva Yuga, people were one race, it's called Hangsa. You understand Hangsa means? Hangsa means who take the essence, milk and water mixed. Rajhangsa has got a characteristic. So top devotee, pure devotee, Paramhangsa, is like that, pure devotee. Top sannyasi or tyagisi, not designation, I mean in quality I mean. So it's a gradual process. Just Chaitanya Mahaprabhu told Madhavendra, hey, our Raghunath Das Goswami, krome krome pai. Antare nishtha karo, baire loko babhar. At heart, you become like this. Always meditate on the instruction, what Lord says. And the Sadguru will take you back to Godhead. You become ideal disciple. And you can, that is what he's saying. Our last word he said, going back to Godhead. Huh? This is our goal. So Prabhupada, Bhakti-siddhanta Saraswati Thakur, Bhakti-siddhanta Thakur said, this is our goal, most of us. Back to Godhead, eternal life, spiritual body, full of bliss of knowledge. And Prabhupada will be asking us, are you joyful? What sort of Krishna consciousness you are? Joyful, free of anxiety. Iko hocche. So here he is giving how a king is saying what to do there. Here asking question. And there are ideal question, ideal answer. Prabhupada, that is why. Somebody said Bob Cohen came, who was in, I think, somewhere in Bihar or Chhattisgarh. Came to know there are some boys from America and girls here in Mayapur practicing yoga, bhakti yoga. He, out of curiosity, came here and started asking so many questions. Prabhupada enlightened him. And from that, he made a book. Ideal question, ideal answer. Yeah? So here also we can ask any question. Millions of questions and millions of answers, even birds, beasts, everybody is doing. But mostly centered around sense grad. Eating, sleeping, mating, defending. That means a lower level of consciousness. That is 89, 98% people most probably like that. Here is something different. Because people are like Shudra, nate vidu sattva-gatingi Vishnu. They don't know our real sartha. That is to please Vishnu. Saṅsiddhi haritosanam. Here there is gone. And how to do pleasing? In Sattva Yuga they used to do. Krite-jadhyate Vishnu used to meditate. They used to live 100,000 years. People don't believe now. I think after some time, someday people won't believe. We used to have nice rice. I remember I used to go some as a city work, different places, sometimes from the village. Even rice, simple rice, and it's so fragrant, Kalajira rice. Maybe now many people may say, in Bangladesh also, Bhakti-siddhanta Thakur used to tell a story, balam rice and ghee. Nice, I don't want to get into out of the maybe subject or may not be. Yeah? Now when I ask, they say, no, nobody does now. So these people don't believe many things after some time. Because we are getting so degraded, so sinful. Instead of loving cow, people are loving dog. I am seeing. I'm in a park, near our temple, one, wherever it may be, and walking, evening and morning. Suddenly I saw a young lady, she has got a dog and a little child. I opened it, must be her child. Look like she come from a, rich background from her dress and everything, the way. The kid also good and dog. In India, this fashion, some people do that. They watching other materially advanced country. And suddenly I saw she is feeding the dog some milk. I said, what? Then I see she is drinking. Then also feeding her baby. So silent. What, my God? What level is it? So this is the case. People, also university student, Prabhupada one day I was giving lecture somewhere, somebody advanced country, superpower, Prabhupada was giving, like in an island, ISKCON temple. It's called heavenly planets, very beautiful, no doubt. I also am there. And Prabhupada was in university there, Prabhupada was giving lecture, one of the students saying, Swamiji, next life you say, we become, suppose next life, let me say, as you are saying, according to your karma, consciousness, you get that sort of body, so that you can fulfill your desire according to your mentality, which suits that sort of mentality and to a body, and you are out of 8,400,000 species body, according to consciousness, you put into that body. Whatever may be the process, and I accept, okay. But suppose I become, just suppose I become a dog. What's wrong? I don't think everybody would think. Now this is showing university student, postgraduate is thinking like that. Why? Because this is hedonistic life. Everybody believes in how to enhance sense grad. And he's saying, Srimad Bhagavatam Vyas there, Nunam pramatta kurute bhukoma. The moment you increase sense gratification, life is not meant for sense gratification. Just as much as is necessary, you take to keep the body fit so that you can practice Krishna consciousness. So that you can achieve perfection. Because human life is labdha sudurlabham, out of 8 million species. Human life is rarest of the rare. And is also orthodam and adhrubam. Adhrubam means very uncertain. I am now talking, I have got heart problem, and sometimes sleep, I keep somebody with me, because any moment I get a heart problem and I can live within short time. Like my father, he has got a heart problem. Sometimes he says, don't walk over stairs, many floors. I say, yeah, but doctor says sometimes I forget. No, don't do that. Anything you can have an attack. This happened when I was in Burma, I remember, I couldn't think of. That means you cannot. So this is uncertain. And I found myself, sometimes I can, sometimes face some moment, I think anything could happen, undesirable to others. Sometimes can remember Krishna, sometimes cannot. And at that time I cannot move even. I have indicated them, bring the car, I am not walking, and take me to some medical center, say, to check my heartbeat. What is the ICG? We cannot tell, ECG. They give a graph and at once phone the doctor, their local, nearest, not local, quite far from there, few hundred miles. He said, you can come as soon as possible. Seeing the graph, we sent by whoever may be, I sent it to him, and he said, you should come as soon as possible. I am arranging. That means you have to be in operation table now, as soon as possible. And anything could happen. By Krishna's grace, sometimes Krishna, Raghi Krishna, Marike. If Krishna wants, he can prolong your life. Because you are serving him, preaching, like that. So it doesn't matter. Doesn't matter you are, where your level is. Are you becoming pure? Krishna is supremely pure. Param Brahma Param Dhama Pavitram Paramam. So if you want to go to sun planet, we cannot go, we will burn into ashes. You have to have a fiery body. Fish can be in the water, we can be in the water, live. So we have to have a body, Satchidananda. We have to have a spiritual body to enter into the kingdom of God. In other words, you have to become qualified, you have to become pure. Now we are in a mood of passion and ignorance. That is why Bhūyase said, get up early in the morning, take bath. All this, what you are doing now, all of you, look bright faces. In the morning, come to Mangalarati. Maybe passion, ignorance still inside some there, but it's much less. You are coming to mode of goodness and doing devotional service, somebody do. Anything doesn't matter, passion, ignorance, still you are doing devotional service, Kovildev said, anybody. But in general, Prabhupada wanted that I want to create first class Brahmin. That means mode of goodness. Even Ajamil, Karnakuj. In Karnakuj, still that place is there, near Kanpur, I think. Near Bithur also, where Sita Devi was left in exile to Valmiki Ashram by Lakhan. Yesterday I was reading that. Place is there, not very far from our temple, few kilometers you can go. By the side of Ganges, cross there. So, his father asked him, go and bring, this is the Indian system, you become a doctor's son, easy to become doctor rather. They usually become lawyer. In our locality I saw, when I was a little boy, see, in a horse-drawn cart, very nice, In those days, these people go, their own personal horse they are drawn very nicely, make horn, something, make sound, different, not like book. And they're going, the father and son going. Father was a lawyer, I asked father, he's going. And his son became a lawyer again. Very easy, because he's seeing what father is doing. So his father was a Brahmin, every father trained his son. There is a saying, like father, like son. In English, and also in Gauriya Math they used to say, Bhakti-Siddhanta Thakur's time, Baap ka beta, sipahi ka khura. Actually, real father is Krishna. Sarvajonishu. Sarvajonishu kontya sambhavami muttayo, something like that. Complete, I don't know. Aham bija pradapita. I am the seed begin father. Doesn't matter in insect. All insect, twice become insect. Somebody become Indra. Somebody give me Indra Gopa, some insect. Why? Karma. Karma na doigonetrena jantadeha. But everybody has to come for perfection. And it's only in human birth he can do it. And that also becoming parabhavasthavat-abodhajata. Everybody is born. Everybody is born in ignorance, Shudra. Prabhupada said, this is our duty of ISKCON, bring them to mode of goodness. And easily coming. ISKCON is very well organized, and it's coming and spreading throughout the world. ISKCON may be the most organized, seems like, to bring people to Krishna consciousness in a large scale around the world. Though we are facing many difficulties, no doubt. Some places are very nicely preaching. Say Russia or communist country, still it reminds me of old days, if I may say. In Croatia or few other places I remember, I can't. Slovenia, very nice. Doing chanting, dancing, it reminds me early days of ISKCON. Very humble, one place, I remember. The temple room, very little, from that place to this much. And at night, maybe ladies or men may be sleeping there. Or ladies may be another house, some room. But devotees are so joyful. Nice prasad, whatever it may be, simple. And for sannyasi, just a little room like a box like, and the same one toilet, and everybody shared there, in the third or fourth floor. Second or third floor, whole building. And few other places also, say, some US, Russia, see some places, maybe some old building, one place you eat, another place you go, maybe house, Namata building or something like that. Except two centers, that is also not a big place like that. But still devotees, very nice. St. Petersburg, say, first floor you go, there's a restaurant, Maharaj, come here, big hall, very good. 150 or more devotees gathered and listening, very nice. But devotees are very joyful, very joyful. You say bright faces, doesn't matter like this, so much opulence and affluence. There may not be. We are chanting, say, Maharaj, you go to chanting? Yes, one of them. In school, I don't know which one, Latvia, Estonia, also. Not very far from Finland. I was going out of this country a few times. And you find chanting is, people stop the car going. What are you doing? You are chanting and dancing. Are you happy? You want to be happy? Hey, you look very happy. Yes, you also chant the name of God. You are chanting simply. Chanting the name of God. You are Christian. Doesn't matter, you chant your God's name and you find joyful. Joyful. The Prabhupada used to say, I remember say, are you joyful? Then you are Krishna conscious. You are becoming Krishna conscious. Don't worry. Vaikuntha means no worries, no anxieties. But ask Mr. Putin, whoever it may be, they are topmost position, but they are not, cannot say like that. Why? Because of this lacking. So you have got a great responsibility. And this, and here he is saying, he is the king. His duty is, Prabhupada said, ideal society. Prabhupada made the model ISKCON. It's just a model. Prabhupada said, whole world we may not make, but still we are trying as many as we can make. And Prabhupada said, first become in a mode of goodness. Then you can understand Vedic literature. If you are not mode of goodness, how will you understand? Theoretically you will know, reading books and tell. Have you have big Gyan? Knowledge? This is what Ajamil happened. Ajamil was a perfect Brahmin. He got all the good qualities, character. He controlled his mind perfectly. He controlled his senses, everything. But Vaishnava is there. You have to become a Vaishnava, first become Brahmanically qualified. Samo, Damo, Titiksha. Somebody is insulting you, don't get, oh, you, I also. Then what sort of saint you are? What sort of saint you are? So Prabhupada said, this is a movement of building character. See our Jayananda. Jayananda, Prabhupada highly appreciated. He said, this life I hope he had got back. But as far as I understand from other devotees, he was not in the limelight of ISKCON. I am sorry to say. But sometimes has to give some recognition. Now you had this, you had this, you have the facility. Prabhupada was one that asked, Prabhupada, why everybody want to become? Prabhupada asking, why everybody say, Prabhupada, give me sannyas, give me sannyas. And Prabhupada, he will be independent. Everybody want to become, no authority over him. Oh, anything else? Yes. And he will have, so many facilities. That's it. So this is not our purpose. Our purpose, Krishna will see. Jagannath, big eyes. He's seeing. You are dressing like a brahmachari, Are you always meditating on sense object, What sort of brahmachari you are? Don't cheat God. Don't cheat Guru. You are cheating yourself. You are not cheating anyone. You are cheating yourself. You are digging the grave of your spiritual life. You are digging the grave of your spiritual life. Don't cheat others. Come here, become sincere. Prabhupada says one should be very, very sincere and serious. Duryodhana also there in the test of Dronacharya, testing Duryodhana. And all the princes called Kaurav Pandavas is testing. And teacher will test, of course. So Guru also test. There's so many stories in Upanishad about testing. He's testing, he says, what is the test? Your goal is to shoot that parrot. Oh, really? Mm-hmm. In a tree, you put the parrot and Guru is testing. So Guru will test. Suppose. Testing and calling one by one, Duryodhana, others. Duryodhana, what you are seeing? Guru Maharaj, I am seeing you. Go, stand there. What you are seeing? Another. I am seeing the tree. Oh. What you are seeing else? And he said, okay, stand here. Let other come. Then come urge you. What you are seeing? Guru Maharaj, I am seeing parrot. All right, get ready. You have to, you have to shoot the arrow. Where Guru Maharaj? To the eye. Now get ready. What you are seeing now? I am seeing the eye of the parrot. Are you seeing anything else? Nothing. Tree, nothing. So this is what he has said. Prabhupada emphasized, Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur. Second chapter, towards the end, Bhavasartika buddhi. If you don't, at least you take what Krishna says and see what Sadguru is saying. If you stick to it, very easy. to make advancement in your service. Otherwise you will become ekolabho on your own, matiya buddhi. You are a conditioned soul. What do you know? What is good for you? You cannot know that. You require somebody who is more experienced. He has got more practical knowledge. Krishna. So you require Gyan, at the same time big Gyan, realized knowledge. As long, of course, anybody long time in the movement must have some experience, realization. So this Prabhupada said, you check yourself. You are now in a Buddha Vikalpa, Sangara, Vishaya Sangara. You are in front of, every moment you are in front of sense object. Now you see, is this going a tug of war between sense object and you? Now I control my senses. You can, sometimes cannot. This is one stage. Prabhupada says, if you want to check how much you are progressing, first read this book, Upadeshamrita, Prabhupada says, for the beginners. That is also, I find we have to carry still. Because we are Ajamil, just one have little asatsang. Simply saw one in the darkness. He was a young boy, naturally get agitated. He's not some other country. Even in India now, it's not unlikely you are seeing so many things. Asatsang. Especially due to this. It looks like somebody saying like a touchstone. Somebody may be or may not be with his near and dear intimate life partner may. But still, even he is sleeping, there he has got his companion, so much attached to cell phone. Hello? Oh! Who are you? What do you want? Huh? So as long as the attachment is there, that anchor down, how much you row the boat, one day you'll find you have not that much progress. Huh? Don't mind, I'm telling something practical side, like that. And Arjuna shoot the arrow and it was successful. Others. You must please. Please. Then again, ye came. What is called Indra, and to know Atma Tattva so that he won't die again. So after that, and Osur's king, Virochan. And Virochan, after listening for some time, testing him, he said, I understood everything. And he gone. So we should not think like that, I have understood everything. Bhakti-Siddhanta Thakur used to say, one should always remain, I am learning, more learning. More learn, he says he hardly knows anything. Then he become humble. If we don't humble, I will chant Hare Krishna, I will become a Vaishnava, Trinadu Vishwanichana, Torupusan. It's not lip service. To change habit, to change a character is not so easy thing. It's very easy to say things. Think of Prabhupada, what Prabhupada said. Prabhupada is saying, if Ajamil had got so much difficulty, and he fell down once only, just for a short time, had got little asatsanga, at once he fell down. So where we are living now, the time, is nothing this is. It's drinking water like thing. So, nothing, what Ajamil had with nothing at all the time, facing this thing. You don't have to go to materially advanced country to see what Ajamil saw. Television, this, that, film, what is it, smartphone? What is it called? Smartphone? How we make progress is very difficult. Prabhupada is so kind. He made ISKCON for us. So many other moths find it so difficult. Most probably their process is different, old system. Prabhupada knows, depending on time, place, circumstances, how to bring people to Krishna consciousness. Kirata Huna, it is mentioned, and Prabhupada said, why not? They can preach throughout the world. Anybody can become preacher, guru, like that. Because Prabha Vishnu, Krishna is so powerful. By this Krishna consciousness, anybody can be Shuddhanti, become purified, and be eligible to go back to Godhead. This is ISKCON is providing. This is Prabhupada is providing. This is his followers trying to do. We have got a great responsibility to do. And we have to become Krishna conscious, and then maybe preaching will be more effective. And definitely some are doing very good. So Prabhupada said, then we become more of goodness, pure goodness. And really you will understand what is God in true sense. You understand mathematics from kindergarten, school, but there is higher there. Prabhupada said, Krishna consciousness, become pure devotee, become Shuddha Bhakta, Paramahansa, means you get university, first class pass. Not so easy. As much as you do, it's Kali Yuga, as much as you can. Still good. Still good. It may not be from Harvard. You can go from Dhaka University, must take first class pass. Or Utkal University. But still you can know more. I'm just simply repeating what Prabhupada said. I know nothing. He said just repeat whatever I say. So Prabhupada made a society. You can be a grihastha, grihe-thako, bone-thako, sada, hori, boda. You can become our GBC. Prabhupada said first, become Brahmin, perfect Brahmin, can become a sannyasi. Then you become more, you become first class, top Vaishnava, become top man in the body. That may not be king now. Now the king, those days gone. But king came, example many there in those days, say Treta Yuga. Treta Yuga, Lord Ramchandra was the ideal king, killing all those Suras, Rakshasas, subdued them, bring them under control, other kings, sending his brothers all direction, kill Lavanasur. You don't have to go, brother, I will go. So Tugna went and killed, and say still now Mathura there, Madhupuri. His father's name was Madhu, and he killed and gave the name, made it capital, Shatrugna's. Make Madhupuri. Madhupuri turned into Mathura. Mathura. So we see like that as a king. Now Prabhupada this time know how to do, no king's time, but was ideal sannyasi, devotee, Prabhupada, and showed in his life, Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur preached to him, and taking the risk of life. That is what he is saying here. Only for the welfare of others, for the good of others, that is Vaishnava. Pure Vaishnava means paradukha dukhi. These people will be getting those sort of life, next life, may not be human being, they don't know. Glide down, then median size life it will take. So one should be very serious. That's why Prabhupada says, ISKCON, anybody come to Krishna consciousness? Very one should be serious, so that you don't fall down. Why not one life try to go back? No, doesn't matter, I am coming to us, I live in the dham, doesn't matter, I become a dog, cat here, one life after that. No, Prabhupada said, no. Why you become dog, cat, monkeys in Vrindavan? When you think like that, I heard, means say, oh, doesn't matter. No, it is not necessary. Prabhupada didn't say that. Prabhupada didn't say that. One life, make it. Doesn't matter, you are grihastha. Even our Mahajans, so many of them, half of them grihastha. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's, most of the followers are grihastha. And they sound a great devotee. Mahajan also. So it does not matter, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu says, as Brahma says, sthāne sthita shuddhi-gatāṃ. In ISKCON somebody is sweeping, who knows, he can be a pure devotee. He is humble service doing. What is the difference between him and somebody is reading Srimad Bhagavatam? He could be popped up. And Krishna will take his service. You want to show others how much I know. Our goal is to become a pure devotee. And you have to pay the price. So become a first-class Brahmin. Prabhupada gave everything. Who is a Brahmin? Who is a grihastha? If not grihastha, in days of grihastha, maybe a grihomedi. Days of Goswami may not be there. And it became very difficult to maintain, I must say. It's very, very difficult nowadays. Any moment, a Goswami can fall down. One shouldn't take it for granted. At least subtle way. Very difficult. Not so easy. What to speak of? Prabhupada said, you become all this big position. Slightest you do mistake, you have to pay a high price because you are enjoying lot of authority, respect, love, puja. So you have to be serious, that means. It's just like a kurasya dhara, nishita duratta. Every word of Srimad Bhagavatam, every word of Bhagavad Gita, like God, Krishna, one should take it very, very seriously. If we really want to make it one life, the world. You take it easy, what happens? Prabhupada told some story. Once, one boy has not got any father and mother. So his auntie is bringing him up, and one day he will do so many things, mischievous, and she usually they are given indulging there, because father and mother is not there. And what happens is, there is sometimes happens when too much opulence comes, some may get carried away, easily get something. And there is the cautioning, I think, Baba said. So indulging, and what happens, she is not telling anything to him. And one day so come, he started stealing, robbing, then at the sometime even he killed. And he was found and he was charged, put in jail, and it was decided he will be hanged. And when he is hanging, he has to have a desire, they allow him before hanging. So when you are going to hang, what is your desire? I want to see my auntie. I want to see. This is all what Prabhupada said, I am telling. So some people may not like it. Also, this is your preaching. He went there. Auntie, I want to talk to you. Last moment, before being hanged. When he went there, and suddenly, when he said, I talked to you through a ear, and he came very close to him. And what he did, pretending to talk to her, suddenly bite her ear and cut it. And so bleeding. She said, what you are doing? He said, Auntie, you should bring me up nicely. When I was doing mischievous thing, it is your duty, you should have at that time scold me or punish me. Then I wouldn't have done this thing. This won't happen. I will be go on doing all this mischievous thing and ultimately killed. If you did that. So Prabhupada, that is why I tell many times, Chanakya sloka, how your son should be, children should be brought up, this, that. So same way Prabhupada gave everything, he said, in my book I have given you everything, how to become Krishna conscious. Whether in a grihastha ashram, there will be farm community, abundant milk, food stuff, all these things, chant, dance, that's all. Oh, you want to become a brahmachari? Okay. You want to become a tyagi? Okay, go out, hit the road, Baba, day and night work hard, distribute to do sankirtan. If you don't do this, you cannot maintain. Exceptional case is different. What happened to Ajamil? It could happen any time to anybody. One should not take it for granted, I have become a this and that. This is at least the history says, many movement. I am telling something practical side in terms of Prabhupada's, what he said. And his auntie could understand. She shouldn't have done that. So we should not take things very easy and get it life. You're going to preach, moment you don't preach, you don't distribute book, don't do sankirtan, all these things, whole thing will be eating and sleeping, Prabhupada says. Don't mind, I'm saying something unpleasant little. And we see that practically this happened also. I don't want to say. There is good side, bad side also, some big movements, history. Nobody is there. He said many times. You'll find nobody will come. Give me money, then I will work for pujari, then I will do arati. I was empty, nobody is there. Only husband and wife. And they are doing everything. And their children is only brahmachari and brahmachari. Maybe the kids. The whole building used to be in the building 250 to 300 devotees. Big building, nobody there. Again, some people are very vibrant temple. Chanting, dancing, going there. Why? Follow Prabhupada, what he said. Bhavasatika buddhi kya kuno nandana. Take very seriously the words of a spiritual master. Then you are okay. The captain of the ship must be very good, otherwise you cannot sail. The boat can sink. And sink, many boats sank. Even Titanic sank. If Titanic can sink, that means also this could happen in a big society. Titanic sink. Titanic first of all bragging, and this won't sink, this won't sink. No, Baba, don't see external thing. No. It's not so easy to change something. There's the English proverb saying, old habits die hard. If you think, look back, our past habit bad, sometimes very difficult to give up. Yes? Very difficult. So Lord Ramchandra showed how one could be ideal king. Prabhupada showed how can become a pure devotee, take risk at the age where somebody stays in dham and do his bhajan. He take the risk. Why? He's para dukkhe dukkhe. Same thing Prabhupada say, our Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's associates. There was one Mukunda Datta and one is Vasudev Datta. Vasudev Datta, ideal Vaishnava. For preaching you have to face many odds. Insult, humiliation, you can see Jesus Christ, you can see Haridas Thakur, so many others. You can see our ISKCON's Russian devotees, many others, suffered so much. Here devotees were tied up with rope. Yes? In the Navadvip, taking them scorching heat and putting in a small room. Maybe from there to there and this much. Maybe up to here. How many of them? Hey, Panchangri. I don't know. Johnny Bass. How many they put them? Stink! Bad smell. Somebody can tolerate it, will become unconscious. They are staying for so long time. The smell is such a bad smell. Because toilet is there, just a little wall which is up to this wall size, and there your toilet, it is yours. And in that room, one corner. Can you think of? Then taking them out through the road, pitch melting, and some getting blistered, cannot walk, just tying them with the rope, showing to people. This guy were shooting, not shooting that many, few times, just to scare them. They are attacking the temple, that long building coming. The ladies were there and they asked, come back to this building. Lock the doors, they come, still they come. So one is to go through all these things. Preaching means you have to face all these things. Nityananda Prabhu, they cause bleeding within. This is love. Love means dedication. Love means sacrifice. That is why Russia they did, and that is why Russia nowadays is so much paying. So many million, thousands of devotees in a festival come. Maybe, one festival I saw maybe 8,000. Ukraine maybe 8,000. Russia, one biggest one 6,000. Chanting, dancing with all the Maharajas. Maybe Niranjan Maharaj and many others are there, chanting, dancing. Because they sacrifice. I talked to some of them. Vishwamitra one day was telling, how much they went through there. You read the book? Salted bread. How much torturing for nothing. His wife says, so he's kicking that devotee. Why you are kicking me? Then what happened? You mistreat the devotees, what happened to them? He with his wife, children, car accident, spot dead. This is what happened. Devotee tolerates, doesn't mind. He still goes. And one devotee in the jail was going to die, has got TB. They released him. And on the way, a devotee went to pick him up. He cannot go back long distance on his own. Maybe 17 or 20 or more times he was arrested by police and put in jail. He's still doing. He said, again you do, this time no jail, you get heavy punishment. We won't let you go. Still he did. Must have some taste in serving Krishna. This is required, Prabhupada said. Laulam me kong mulam, which increase into laulam me kong mulam. Like a greed. Somebody forget this. Prabhupada said, food, drink, everything. Nidra haru vijito Goswami's path. He doing devotional service when long back, when they are doing Chaitanya Charitamrita, they decided 17 or koto volume Chaitanya Charitamrita, many volumes at the time. And he decided they will try to finish it in 2 months. And they are working day and night, work hard. They hardly have time to sleep, and little sleep and little for taking bath, and bathroom. Day and night work. And they did it. They did it. Came out. Prabhupada was so pleased. Prabhupada said, one should be like that mood. Like that mood. Then easily you forget eating, sleeping, all these things. This nidra, ahara, vijito, and sense get. Must have some taste. So this is the way the movements in the beginning, I remember. And devotees are always joyful, though living very simple life. In tartar, dress, eating, sleeping and all these things. Just to meager facilities are there. Devotees are very happy and joyful. I am not saying at this time it's not there, but at the same time it can work both ways. Yes? Both ways. That is what Prabhupada gave everything. Hey, I am sorry. I'm taking some time more. Forgot the time. The devotee can forget. One devotee say, "Is Guru, I have to go for 5 years, Guru Maharaj, so I will come and see again." Prabhupada thought, never mind, you have to, after 5 years you will see me. Never mind. Vasudev Devaki also were put in jail. Don't mind, you go, but I give you something. Prabhupada made some, said, give me some cloth piece. They will let you take this? Yes, yes. Prabhupada made some knot. And they say, both of you, you and your girlfriend, you do japa in the. They are supposed to be in the 5 years in the jail. What happened is, they in the jail, they are following Guru's order, chanting Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Not 5 years they have to stay. Not 1 year they have to stay. Not 1 month they have to stay. After 27 days, they are asked, come, open the door, you can go. This is called, follow the instruction of Sadguru, Prabhupada. This is the result. Then they are doing wonderful service. Hare Krishna. Thank you very much. May Lord bless you. Any comment? I'm sorry if I go out of context, I don't know. What I mean to say, gṛhīta-śakti-tritayāya, it doesn't matter where you are, whatever your service given, you can become pure devotee and go back to Godhead. That's what I'm saying. Follow Sadhu Shastra Guru, Prabhupada. Hare Krishna. Any comment? No comment. Sorry. Oh, there is something. Question.
Hare Krishna Maharaj, thank you for wonderful class. You mentioned that to go through these, troubles, to be ready to make the sacrifice, person must have the taste. So the question is how to obtain this taste to be able to do so.
Ki bolche? Bujhlam na taratari. Somebody can slowly take.
Sacrifice, you must have taste. Unless you have taste, you cannot do sacrifice. So the question is that how to get the taste.
Where's the taste? You follow what Guru says, and if you are very eager and sincere, you will develop taste from the book distribution, so many do. So especially, first you have to develop taste in the Harikatha. See, from a realized soul, definitely. If you are sincere, definitely. Sususu soddhadhanasya. Mood should be sususu, eagerness to hear, soddhadhanasya, with Shraddha, from a realized soul, Prabhupada. Longer one is in the movement, he has got some realization, otherwise he cannot stay. Unless you have got purity, Radharani will kick you out. You find difficult otherwise to stay. How long you are in the movement? Sorry? 12 years. You can, somebody 12 hours doesn't say to you, 12 years. 12 hours coming before staying, go away. So you must have some taste, otherwise I don't think you can stay. Even prasad taste, so many came. What is become? At least we have got something. Yes? Am I wrong? You won't have association like ISKCON devotees outside. You can't trust people. Then you can't trust you. Something there. Will keep you in the movement. Vasudeva Katha Ruchi. You can have developed taste in Krishna Katha. If there's Krishna Katha taste, there's beginning. One should be very eager to hear some realized soul. Thank you. Any comment, any question? Here you can say, you want to say something about this? Why they are here so long? I cannot stay even. Sometimes go away from Mayapur. Anybody? I thought I will see here few boys, few persons. I heard others because of coronavirus, COVID. I'll stay inside. I also brought something. Oh, yes. So you finish here? Yes? কি বলছো? Leader. কি বলবে কিছু?
Maharaj, in the purport it was given a king is always busy in the welfare activity, welfare work of the public, not only for this life, but also for the next.
এখানে আছে?
Yes, Maharaj.
Next key. Next slide. Exact শুনতে বুঝতে পারছি।
He was always busy in the welfare work of the public, not only for this life, but also for the next life. Why will he take next life if he is such a good
Well, sometimes pure devotee doesn't like to go back to Godhead. He says, I go on serving. Because a pure devotee, for him there is one rishi giving blessing, famous. To a butcher, he is saying, you don't live, don't die. Very strange, isn't it? Because he is living such a horrible life. He is causing so much, violence. Horrible. Chopping the head of slaughterhouse, you understand. Some people, those who are Brahminical qualified, they cannot stand even blood, This way you can know. But others, in other mode, he can tolerate. You see the difference between one person and another? So he is saying to Rajkumar, Rajaputra, Chiranjiva. Rajaputra means he is the prince. After his father dies, he will become king. So everybody knows. So he is enjoying like anything, all sensual pleasures. That he says, because when he dies, he will have a horrible life, very low-class life. Maybe animal, this, that, dog, cat. So better live as long, so that you don't have to go. And he says, to a brahmachari, Prabhupada says, brahmachari can go back. If real brahmachari, he can go back soon, back to God, even maybe one life. If not, even he will make, as good as possible, he make 75% progress. Whereas other, maybe not so much. In general, of course, some candidates. But to a sadhu, to a pure devotee, to a pure Vaishnava, jivova marova, whether you live here or die, doesn't matter. Why? Because here he is doing pure devotional. When you go back to spiritual, do the same. So what is the difference for him? If you do, when Prabhupada wrote a letter to one of his godbrother, senior, he's saying, now my Guru says to preach Krishna because I am preaching in such countries and at this age of mine, many stay in dham or do his, prepare for his goal, back to God. So he wrote back, you are following the order of your Guru. The moment you are doing that, you are already on the way to back to Godhead. Whether you don't have to live in the dham to do that. It's not necessary you have to live in the dham. You do pure devotions, carry out Guru's order. Anytime you die, you go back to God. So you don't have to worry if you leave the body there. Prabhupada said that. So make sense? So that is why the pure devotees case. I don't know how many of us trying for purity. Prabhupada, some devotee asked Prabhupada. In general, most of the devotee, what will happen? Sometimes ask. Sometimes Prabhupada said, most of the devotee want to become Krishna conscious, but how many of them want to go back to Godhead? Very few maybe. Is it true? Yes or no? I think it is yes. Deep within your heart you ask, you don't think of going back to it. You think I am chanting, dancing, happy here. Right now? This is reality, down to earth, practical. But some want to. Prabhupada says you should try to go back to God in one life. Because Kali Yuga, next time it may be difficult. It will be more tests, more odds you have to face. Because Kali Yuga is advancing, it will be difficult. But what he said, ideal example, this Vasudev Datta, my dear Lord, these people, what will happen to them? They don't know. Only you are saving these few. Why not deliver all of them? Deliver all of them? Yes, you can take them all back to Godhead. Really? Yeah, it's not problem. I will take their sin. I will suffer for their sin. This is Vaishnava. Paradukkha dukkhi. He doesn't care for his own happiness and distress. He is thinking of how others should be delivered. This is Vaishnava. It is very there. But we can keep our more like that. We cannot. Prabhupada knows where we are, so he said, you become Krishna conscious and go back to Godhead. As many as you can, preach. At least you can bring somebody. If you can, Bhakti says, after making 64 mott and so many devotees, if I can make one of them pure devotee, Krishna conscious, I will think my movement is successful. So you can see, to make so many moon is not easy. But you can make one moon, that's okay. Somebody can make other stars, it's okay. Gradually they will become moon. Moon-like devotee, pure devotee. Makes sense? Is that practical? Yes? Yes? Yeah. We can gradually progress. Okay. Hare Krishna. Prabhupada in his songbook, I didn't have time to tell all these things, he said, a day may come, Prabhupada is desiring, when that day will come, when I will see that the High Court Justice putting tilak and coming. Actually in South India there are Kottar, some of them, the lawyer goes with tilak in the court. You cannot say anything. I know. Very nice. I like it. Many other things said. Ramrajya, mountains, rivers, full of water, there are jewels there, abundant foodstuff. Now these are all changing. Time is coming where there won't be any grain, there won't be any sugar. Prabhupada said in Russia he saw all these things are not there and milk there. And Prabhupada don't find vegetable. There won't be green vegetable fruits. There won't be. Time will be coming soon. Because a time will come, son will put knife on his father's neck because of quarrel, misunderstanding. So this is coming. But ISKCON can save them, not to become. So Prabhupada make Gurukul to become good brahmachari. Then decide whether you become grihastha. I thought I'd tell all this. The ideal grihastha, farm community, self-sufficient, live simple living, high thinking. If not, you become a brahmachari or sannyasi, go out to the cities and other places where so many people It's daily baptism. Preach them Krishna consciousness. This is our ISKCON, purvāse. And anybody can become pure like that and go back to Godhead. Hare Krishna, Hare Bol.